Hey Last War fans, it's Coffee Turkey here. Let's talk about trucks and tasks. So this is the second video in a unknown number of videos. N equals unknown today. Intent of the videos though is to show you around the game. Make sure you have all the tools you need to play the game in a way that's enjoyable. You can have fun. Grow your base, attack people, do all the mechanics of the game that are enjoyable, and drive the many of us to want to play the game every day. One element of the game is the idea of trucks and tasks. The easiest way to think about these are trucks and tasks are both means to get resources to strengthen your base and your team. And there's all kinds of resources you can get, and we'll break those down in another video. But basically, here is trucks. Now, trucks are like semi-trailers. This is like Fast and the Furious, right? We're going to take our neon black Honda Civics and we're going to drive underneath and loot some DVD players. That's how old that movie is. In the trucks, though, the ultimate idea here is we're going to select a truck. If we are more powerful than the player whose truck it is, we're going to attack them. If we beat them, we get to steal some of the valuables off the truck. So that's called plundering. We're going to plunder the truck. Beyond that, we can send our own trucks. And the truck says we send them, other people can plunder them, but when they arrive, we'll click on the trucks and we'll get to take the reward. So let's first talk about the type of color of truck. There's 4 colors. The gray color represents N, which is normal in terms of its frequency. So the color is associated with how good the rewards are and how frequent those rewards come up. Normal comes up the most. Gray items are usually easier to hit because generally speaking they're used by lower level players. When you click on a truck, you're going to see the player. First and foremost, you'll see the war zone they're in and the player's alliance. So notice there's an item in brackets here. That's an alliance that the player's a part of, and then the player's name. You can see their level and then their power. The power, it's not perfect, but it's the easiest indicator of the strength of that player. Now, looking at my screen, notice that this player is a 2 million power. I'm a 3.4 million power. So if I were looking to plunder, this could be a good candidate for me where I would think I have a good chance of having stronger heroes. And then when you look down here, you'll see the actual rewards. Now right now is a double event, so you see the ×2. But what's important is the rewards. You have the diamonds, whatever those are called, gems. You have alliance money. You have the steel, the bread, the coins, etc. And then you have your menu here to plunder it or to share with friends. Let's continue talking about the types of trucks though. So that's gray, which is N. There's green, which is rare, represents higher quality rewards. So notice right away visually there's at least more rewards. Now we're starting to get actual resource chests. So if you recall in the first video, we need resources to build. Chests will give us more resources without us having to generate it from our own base tiles. So resource chests are good. And then you can see here's diamonds, which I hate that they use the term diamond and it's clearly red. If y'all have a red diamond, message me in the comments. I'd love to see it. Rarest diamond in the world, probably. It's probably a ruby. But I won't tell your significant other if they believe that. So then you have blue. Blue represents super rare. So again, step up in terms of quality and volume of options that you get. You have purple, which is SSR, super rare. I don't know if I'm making that up or if that's what it actually means, but here again you see a little bit higher quality of rewards. And then the last one you have is gold. What's great about this color scheme is this is true on your heroes as well. So you will have green heroes, you'll have blue heroes, purple heroes, and gold heroes. and it follows the same hierarchy. Blue are your lowest tier heroes, still functional. Purple are better heroes, and then gold is your best heroes, best skills, most powerful. So what's great is once you anchor yourself to that visual hierarchy, it's true across the game. So let's actually plunder a truck. The whole purpose of this area of the game is to try and steal resources from somebody else. So notice I clicked on plunder. Now what it's doing is it's taking me into the map where this truck is driving. And now I can see the heroes that this person has defending the truck. So remember what we talked about with that power hierarchy. Blue is the lowest, purple's the middle, gold is the highest. Now you can see these heroes are level 70. We'll have a separate video just on hero leveling and all of that, but you can see their level, their star count, and I'm going to try and plunder this. I actually can't even remember what hero level I have on this account. So now that I've clicked on it, it shows, and this is one of the main mechanics of the game here, it shows how one squad will battle another squad, 5-on-5. You can see the levels of each of the heroes and their position, and again, we'll have a follow-on video breaking all this down. What's most critical for me, though, is notice that my power is 1.28, their power is 2.77. My drone level, their drone level. This person clearly has me beat. So if I were to battle them, which I will, just for fun so you can see it, the game's going to play out the battle so that you can see how the attack on the heroes went. You'll be able to follow this through, and again, we'll spend more time in here, but if I fast forward for a second, you can see mission failed. They were more powerful than I was. So let's just go to another truck that maybe I can win. This is a pretty low level account, so it's going to have to be a really deliberate attack. Okay, so they're at 1.34, I'm at 1.28. Let's just try this. Normally I would just go for ones that I know I can win. I probably had a higher quality hero, stars, maybe higher drone. Again, we'll break all this down later, but the punchline is I attacked them, I won, here's the rewards I get. I get this 484,000 in iron, I got food, I got gold, I got alliance contribution points, and then I got resource chests. So let me go back to my base. This, again, just to refresh you, is all about trucks and plundering. When you get further in the game, your server, so again, I'm in server, I don't know, 1613, I actually can't remember with this account. You'll see the 4-digit number of your server. When the game progresses further, you're going to get into server versus server activity. And when you move into that stage of the game, what your server mates are going to ask of you is, do not plunder trucks from people on your own server. In a future video, I'll log into my alternate account and show you, but in order to adhere to that requirement, not plundering trucks from your own server, which if you do, someone will inevitably message you, or they might attack your base, and you may come back in and you may get a message that you were forcefully relocated, or somebody gave you a free moving package. When you're playing the game, you'll see a checkbox that says right here, filter out trucks from your own war zone. When I do that, now all the trucks that I see have a different 4-digit warzone prefix. So now this means that when I attack these trucks, it's no one in my war zone. I should have nothing to worry about. So this is plundering trucks. In terms of dispatching your own trucks, you'll see a plus icon here, and I may come back and update this video when I have open truck slots. But ultimately, you're going to click on the truck icon. A menu is going to come up and it's going to show you a color of the truck you've selected, and you have the ability to refresh that until you get the color that you want. As you progress in your game, getting trucks of UR color, in particular this orange or UR type, this hierarchy, will give you extra points for your alliance and for yourself in terms of placement, which translates to rewards. So just keep in mind that we will revisit this, but the type of truck determines the caliber of rewards, And deploying the UR, the highest caliber truck, does also associate with points for your alliance and yourself in versus battles, which we'll talk about. So hopefully this makes sense, plundering trucks. Let's talk about tasks. So notice I just went further down on my base. Tasks are things that you will complete. You have to deploy your heroes to complete them, but when you complete them, you get the rewards. So in this case, this one gives me these puzzle pieces, which we'll talk about as part of the events that you can complete in the game. But I get puzzle pieces, I get these mystery supply boxes, I get hero experience, this universal shard, which is great, and then this upgrade ore. Notice that the color of this task is orange. Guess what? It's a UR task. You can figure out what level of the hierarchy is that, the highest or lowest. That's right, it's the highest. If you said lowest, I'm coming for you. Don't find me in the server. I'm gonna ash in your ass. But sorry for the swear word. Notice below that we have purple SSR and then blue SR. So this will all look familiar, and you'll get very used to this as you look at it. Sometimes you're going to want to click through and it doesn't matter. Other times you're going to be very deliberate and you're going to want to have the highest caliber tasks to complete. In this case, I have a really good one here, so I'm going to click go. The UI prompts me to dispatch heroes to go get the materials that it just showed me. And here's the rules. I need to have one UR hero. Let's grab our hero here. I need to have 2 level 65 heroes. Okay. She's a level 65. And then I need to have 2 heroes with 2 stars. Okay, they both have 2 stars. Check, check, check. All these are green. I can deploy them on the task. Oops, sorry. Sorry guys, I have a floating window which is preventing me from clicking directly back. You're going to deploy these tasks, and then when the tasks are completed, this timer is going to run out, and there's going to be a button here that says claim. When you click claim, you get the rewards from the task. Simple as that. Your allies, people in your alliance, are also doing tasks. And so one cool thing here is, if you notice, you get the option in the menu to assist your allies. When you go to this portion of the menu, assist, you can click assist. And when I assist up to my 5 players, I actually get a piece of their reward, and it does not prevent them from collecting their task. In fact, it helps them, because what I'm about to show you is you can plunder tasks from other people. If you assist your allies, it prevents them from being plundered by somebody else. So it's a good thing. So don't shy away from assisting here and clicking them when they're available. Let's talk about plundering tasks. So notice mine says plundered others, 0 of 5. I'm going to go back to the truck for a second because I want to show you how I like to plunder tasks. I could go to the map, and notice this is my base right now. I'm in the world. You saw that pop-up, that banner pop up on the screen. I'm in the world view of Last War. Here's all the people that are around me. Here's my base, Turkey Cupper. I was given a free relocation package recently, so now I'm in the middle of a bunch of people I don't know. But as I zoom out on the map, I'm going to go to this view where you can see all the bases and I can see the rank of the players. When I scroll around the map, you're going to see little presents appear on the map. Let's see if I can find one here. Here's one. Purple present. By now you should know what purple means. It's middle of the hierarchy in terms of quality of goods. If I scroll in, you'll notice that this purple one has a present on it. If you click the present, it shows you what's included, and then you get this little robber icon. Like, I'm gonna steal these, I'm a robber. When you click it, you get a message, hey, you plundered this person. So I just plundered 4ZU1 Cryptic Tiger, and I got these. What's great is you can plunder up to 5 people per day. Plundering helps get you more resources. What you need to know about plundering is when you get farther along in the season or in your server, they're going to ask you not to plunder from your own server. just like we talked about with the trucks. So the easiest way to plunder from a different server is to go to your trucks, click on a truck from another server. Here's one from 1619. I'm going to select plunder, but instead of actually hitting the truck, I'm going to zoom out just like I did before, and now I'm going to look for presents, but I'm on the other server, and so I don't have to worry about anyone in my area getting mad at me for taking their presents or plundering their tasks. So here I found a task, I can plunder it. One thing that you'll note is this little icon. Hopefully you recognize this because it's a pretty universal icon for sharing or cascading this information out. If I were to click on this and then click on the sharing icon, I get the option to actually tell other people in my alliance, hey, I found a good task, you should plunder this one too. And when I click on that, I can send them directly to this object, and then what they can do is plunder it just like I did. So in our screen, I'm going to go to the bottom of my screen where we have our chat window. I'll go to my alliance and I can see that I, Turkey Cupper, shared a purple secret task, and here's the coordinates. Now my team can come here and they can also plunder the task. With that, hopefully this helps introduce the concept of trucks and tasks and plundering. Thanks team, happy hunting in Last War, and we'll see you again on the next one.